What's going on, guys? Lyrics here, and I'm back bringing you today another video. And yeah, in this one, we're going to be going a little bit deep into, I guess, where I've been the last few years, why have I not been uploading YouTube, why have I not been doing Twitch, stuff like that. And I guess off rip, I'm going to let you guys know that I already recorded this video. And for my long-time subscribers, you know I do this a lot. I forgot to hit the record button, so you guys missed out on 20 minutes of the realest-ish you ever hear. But due to my stupidity, you guys don't get to hear the first take, so I'm gonna have to run it back right now. And yeah, I guess to start off with, what am I doing here now? Where have I been the last few years? What have I been doing? I guess, like, no secret to you guys, I've not been enjoying FIFA the last couple of years. I think especially this year, FIFA 21, I believe I did actually try, but um on the content side anyway. But yeah, not really enjoyed the last few years. We go back to FIFA 20, where I originally stopped uploading, which was, I believe, after my ban. So we just jumped to that point. As you guys know, my gamer tag used to be Lyrics versus Luck. There was a reason behind that. I believe in life generally. I am a very, very unlucky guy. As I say, like, if we was to go through my whole career, you know, how I got started, how I led to my first ban, stuff like that. You guys will know, you know, one day I will tell you guys. We got crazy stories, stuff you would never even believe. But anyway, moving on. For me, starting off FIFA 20, the way the year started, you know, me coming second in the first tournament of the year, hitting like a top 8, top 16 in the second one, ending up second in the world, stuff like that. And then on the flip side, we also was going crazy on the content side. You know, you guys were dropping crazy support. We hit like 11k subs in, like, I don't know, 2 months, something like that, which is ridiculous. Twitch was going crazy again, 10k followers on there. I think I had 150 subs at the time. Like, it was crazy to me. Like I say, as someone who considers himself unlucky, to have that much success, like, unbelievable, man, overwhelming. However, we fast forward to December, and, you know, me being the idiot I am, I said something I shouldn't have said. And you know, whether or not you agree with the ban or not, I definitely deserve to be punished for that. And that's what I got, I guess. And yeah, I guess, like I say, with things going as good as they are, and then something like that to happen, that was kind of the story of my life, let's say. So I took that very, very hard, because it's like, everything's going so good. Like, why does this have to happen to, like, bring me down again? You know what I mean? So I guess that's kind of what I felt at the time, and that led to me becoming, I guess, a little bit depressed. You know, I stopped wanting to play FIFA. I stopped wanting to create content, stuff like that. And yeah, just overall, just like, super negatively affected, you know, my health, my mental health, stuff like that. So I stopped uploading. And a big reason why I stopped streaming at the time was because I wasn't playing the game as much. You know, I wasn't in the right mind frame. That my ability dropped super bad. Let's just say that, for my standard anyway. So I didn't want to be on stream playing a way that was, you know, it wasn't myself. And then have people like, oh my god, like, you're shit, like, stuff like that. So I guess I kind of just stayed away from it. And then we go on to the event that I actually qualified for. Like, literally right after my suspension, whatever. I ended up going 1-3, and I'll be honest, like, going into the tournament, I had, like, the most anxiety for a tournament I've ever had. Like, I was like, if I could bet one thing in my life, it was that I was getting Swissed. Like, let's just say that. So yeah, obviously that tournament didn't go great. I'll be honest, I didn't play bad at all. I got a little bit unlucky, but like I said, overall, I wasn't in the right mindset to come out of that tournament or anything like that. And I say another big thing that contributed to this factor was going into that year, we played the Draft Story Cup, right? And what was it that I said in my interview? If you guys can remember, I want to win the World Cup. Whether, you know, people think that's outlandish to say, you know, like, what merit do I have to say that I want to win the World Cup coming off FIFA 19? You know, I got banned early. My highest placing was the top 8, but going into that season, what did I say? I want to win the World Cup. I can win the World Cup. And then we go into the first tournament of the year, I come second. So I've already taken a massive step to reaching that goal, if you get what I mean. So as I'm in second place, you know, I lose to Tex. What's my next goal? My next goal is I want to be first in the world. You know, I think I'm better than Tex. You know, I think I can beat him. Um, so when I got banned, that kind of wiped that away from me, if you get what I mean. So, you know, obviously I miss a whole tournament. And then also because of, you know, my mindset, whatever, going into that Atlanta tournament, I went 1-3. That's not looking likely. So I guess like, what does my next goal become, if you get me? What do I have to play for the rest of the season? So I guess I kind of lost motivation in that aspect as well. I did manage to gain it back along the way, as I wasn't happy with how I was playing, like I was saying. I went on to qualify for Cup 5 and COVID hit. You know, they cancelled the season, which was at the time, again, like I say, I wasn't playing my best FIFA, so I guess me being a little bit in the moment, you know, not thinking bigger picture, I was like, I'm glad. I'm glad they cancelled the season, because I'm playing so bad that I'm not going to win the World Cup anyway, so I might as well not even go there. Um, and then obviously, like, that's me thinking like irrationally. You know, we fast forward like a couple months after we've had like our break or whatever. I'm missing the hell out of FIFA. That's not something that I liked. And then, of course, they announced Summer Series later in that year, and I kind of treat that as my World Cup. You know, I grind crazy for that game, for that tournament. I got to a really high level yet again. I played well in the tournament. I think I got like top 16 maybe. I lost to Diogo. Guy rigged me. Nothing really new there. Um, but yeah, overall, like, uh, let's just say I kind of got my passion back for FIFA. I was super excited for FIFA 21. Um, I wouldn't say I went in with the same confidence where it's like I'm going to win the World Cup, but I was happy to be back. We played the kickoff tournament. Again, I played super well. Funny thing, I played Nisat in that tournament. I beat him like 8-2. I was winning like 6-0. And you know, fast forward, that guy becomes like the best player in the world, which is crazy to me. But my level definitely hadn't dropped. But what I would say is I guess my mindset, my motivation, it wasn't the same as it was in FIFA 20. And a big reason for that was COVID. For those who have been to events, you guys know. But for those who haven't, it's like, there's a lot of ups and downs throughout a FIFA season, right? But once you hit an event, once you go to an event, you can't help but be motivated on your way back, if you get what I mean, because it's like the experience is so good, you know, even if you don't do great in the tournament, you know, just being around everyone, being able to compete on LAN, um, you know, like creating memories, stuff like that. Like, that's something that you don't want to miss out on. So if anything, that motivates you more to come back and want to be there again, and want to go do that again, want to go further in tournaments, stuff like that. But where you have a year where there's nothing but online tournaments, you don't get that rejuvenation throughout the year. You know what I mean? Like, you just have, I guess, like, the only rejuvenation you really have is like, you do terrible in an online tournament. It's like, oh crap, like, I can't do bad again. I need to turn up, otherwise I'm not gonna be at the playoffs or something like that. But there's no positive rejuvenation, if you get what I mean, in my opinion anyway. Unless maybe like you're one of the top guys where it's like, oh, like, I'm gonna win the tournament or something like that. But yeah, like, I didn't get that throughout the year. However, like I say, I did get like a kick up the butt one where it's like, bro, like, I actually I actually might not make playoffs. Like, let me turn up. So yeah, that being said, there's something I missed out, which I did cover in the last video, which was basically why I started doing YouTube in the first place. What I love about doing YouTube was the helping you guys, and also when it comes to FIFA, I'm a perfectionist. You know, I love watching gameplay, VOD, improving and stuff like that. That's something that I enjoy doing in not even just FIFA, just in everything. You know, I play outside of that. I play Clash Royale, I play Warzone, I play Football Manager, and I watch a bunch of videos on how to get better in them games because, excuse me, that's just something that I like to do, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like me. So I guess being able to you know, go through our qualifier gameplays and stuff like that, it's kind of something that I would do already, but I'm also sharing it with you guys. So not only am I improving, that you guys are also improving. And I guess when they cancelled the season due to COVID, that pretty much got rid of all of our tournaments. So it's like, the only content I have left to do is either Weekend League or Weekend League Rewards. And let's be honest, man, like, they're not interesting. Even back in FIFA 20 Arcade, it was more interesting. You got a Team of the Week pack, but more than likely in the pack opening, you're gonna pull nothing. You know me, I'm spending like £4,000 at the start of the year. My team's really, really good. Like, to improve my team, I need to pack someone that is at least a few 100k. And how often does that happen? You know, I've gone through this entire year of FIFA 22. I have not packed one thing over 400k. I packed Nuno Mendes. Other than that, nothing over 100k. So it's like, me, this is how I always felt doing a pack opening. It's like, I'm bored doing the pack opening. You know, we're doing a pack open. Oh, are we gonna get something? Oh, we didn't get nothing. Oh, no, we didn't get nothing. Oh, it's Bernardo Silva. You know, that's not fun for me. So how can it be fun for you? And that's how I felt doing the videos. So I didn't want to do them. And then moving on to weekend league rewards, it's like weekend league gameplay. I hate weekend league. There's nothing in the world, I promise you guys, that I hate more than playing weekend league. And again, that goes down to, I guess, my personality. I'm a really competitive guy. You know, in sixth form, I played for like my school team, and sometimes they would send me to the B team, and of course the B team, we're going to be playing B team, other teams, let's just say opposition. I was bored as hell playing. So one day I text the manager. I was like, listen, I can't play in these games. Like, I'm so bored. Like, I would rather not even play. So if you're not going to pick me for the first team, I'd rather not play. So can you just not pick me for the B team, please? That type of thing. And that's just who I am. The only aspect of my life that is not true, which is in COD or Warzone. I don't know, for some reason on them games, like when you're going through crazy, just killing guys, regardless of their skill level, it's really fun. But, you know, we apply it to like football, you know, FIFA, even in like 2K, you know, I was a guy that liked to go to the stage. I like to play like competitive players. That's just always who I've been. So for me to beat someone that is not on the same skill level as me, and especially be winning like, I don't know, 3-0 for example, and they are not leaving the game, like, it's not fun. Like, it's a complete opposite spectrum of fun for me. I hate it. And that's just who I am. Like, there's some people that can do that and enjoy doing that. And, you know, people like Stokes, you know, they can do like 3 weekend leagues in a weekend, have fun. Me, I'm not like that. I despise it. I hate it. The only reason I done it was because I love competing so much that it benefited me doing it. You know, for example, on FIFA 21, we done the Road to Glory. Okay, it was good content for you guys. Something that I could upload consistently, pretty much every day, every week, whatever. But the main goal of that was getting my team good enough for E-Champions League, so that come that tournament, we can, you know, get another video out of that, or maybe do like a E-Champions League run, something like that. So like, there was never, I don't know, let's just say there's always been a purpose behind like me doing weekend league. And as soon as I guess that purpose went, that's kind of where I went. So we fast forward to FIFA 21. As I was saying, the Road to Glory, it wasn't doing great view wise. So I guess the only reason I was really doing it was to, I guess, give the guys that were watching, because there was like 1,000 to 2,000 people watching pretty much every episode, to give them guys, you know, content. And I'll be honest, it was killing me. I hated it. I was getting more and more toxic as the weeks went on. I just didn't enjoy doing the videos. As I say, I don't enjoy weekend league as it is. So for me to like pretty much strip away my god team and now I have an RTG, like, it's not that it's not that I can't play with a bad team, but it's the game's so bad as it is that I can lose on my main team. I can definitely lose on my Road to Glory team. And also, I can get 27 wins every single week on a Road to Glory team. But like, to get something crazy, I would have to get 29 wins, which was, I'll be honest, like on PS4, it was hard. It was hard and it was stressful. Like I say, if I lost one game, I pretty much couldn't get top 100. So it would have been Elite 1 rewards. And like I say, we can get that every single week. We're not really going to pack anything. It was bad rewards. It was boring. I didn't enjoy it. So I stopped doing it. And then we can move on to the competitive side of like FIFA 21, for example. They pretty much changed all the tournaments that year to double elimination bracket. And what that did was essentially, when we had like a tournament, say FIFA 19, FIFA 20, obviously we're playing Swiss. That gives me, regardless of how well I do, that gives me content, right? Because back in them FIFAs, I was never going to go 0-3 or something like that. We was always going to go deeper into the tournaments. And what that gave us was, of course, more content. You know, we had the Swiss rounds, maybe like 7 matches of best of 2. And then we had the knockout rounds, maybe like 3 to 4 best of 2s. And like I say, that's consistent content. But with the best of 2 year double elimination bracket, for starters, how many games we played depended on how good I was. So, for example, doing well would be like maybe top 32. That was only like 4 or 5 best of twos. So the amount and the level of content, it wasn't the same, and it was also dependent on how well I did. Which I'll be honest, that season I wasn't doing great. So it wasn't great content overall. And then also we go back to FIFA 20. What was one of my best series in my opinion? It was Club World Cup because it was consistent. You know, every week we got a certain amount of games. You guys could follow the leaderboard, you know, progression, whatever. And it was all building up to that one week where, of course, we didn't end up making the tournament, but I still enjoyed it either way. I love playing it. I enjoy making content around it. Fast forward to FIFA 21, Club World Cup. They also put that into a double elimination bracket. And what that did was pretty much not only reduce the content that I had, so they changed the format, right? So it was now a best of one with me. It was a best of three. I played one game, my teammate Nightwatch played one game, and then the third game would be a coin flip. So already to make content on that game is so long. You know what I mean? I would have to like grab Nightwatch's footage, um, in order for the in order food for the content to make sense. You know what I mean? Like I can't just show my game. If we play in the best of three, we end up losing. I have to show Nightwatch's game as well. Otherwise, you guys are just gonna be like, "What the hell's going on?" So yeah, that was a thing. Which took a lot of effort. Which I wasn't willing to do because I didn't think it was worth it. Then on top of that, that being a double elimination bracket, there were some weeks where we literally lost both games. So that's literally one game for me, or maybe like 2 games for me. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just not enough content. It's not consistent enough. There's not enough games played. Just wasn't good content. And as I say, like what I love doing on YouTube was breaking down competitive gameplay, or you know, doing tutorial stuff like that. So for that to kind of be stripped away from me, that led me to not uploading in FIFA 21 past the road to glory. But I'd say the thing that I definitely enjoyed the most this year, without a doubt, was doing my gamers class. And a lot of you guys know that I do a lot of coaching. You know, I've been doing it since FIFA 19. I coach Shells at the playoffs. I coach Shells at Cup 6. I coach, you know, Nightwatch at E Champions League. I've been in coaching pretty much since I've been competing. And it's something that I'm definitely passionate about. I really enjoy doing. And you know, even my first gamer class, I love doing it. It was so fun. And this one exactly the same. And it kind of opened my eyes that for one, like being a pro FIFA player strictly, it's not sustainable. You know, when I was young and like naive, I guess, in my career, I generally thought every single year I was gonna make the World Cup. You know, FIFA 19, I got banned. It was like, yeah, I got banned. It's bad, but FIFA 20 would just make the World Cup anyway. It's fine. And we go to FIFA 20. What was my mindset going in? I want to win the World Cup. It wasn't I want to make the World Cup. It was I want to win it. So obviously FIFA 20, it went so well that I guess going into FIFA 21, I kind of thought I would just make World Cup again. Obviously it didn't go like that. It hasn't gone like that this year. It's gone even worse this year. But yeah, I've realized that I can't. I guess because the game, you know, the format, I can't rely on EA, FIFA, whatever to, I guess, dictate my life, my career. I need to, I guess, not only like financially, but also, you know, I guess enjoyment wise. Like I go for a year like I had now, where I haven't even made knockouts all year. I went 0-3 the last 2 qualifiers. Like for my mental, if my only focus is on competitive FIFA, like I'm gonna be depressed because that's the only thing that I have going for me career wise. Whereas I wanna I wanna stop that. I wanna add in coaching. I wanna turn this YouTube channel into a strictly coaching YouTube channel. There's a guy that does Warzone. His name's Iceman Isaac. He has like a Warzone academy, and that's kind of what has inspired me to do something like this, which is I'm always gonna have content to do all year round because I can not only break down my gameplay, but I can break down you guys' gameplay and help you guys get better and give tutorials for you guys, stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of the direction that I want to head with my YouTube channel. I want to make it strictly YouTube. Hopefully I can get Gamers Class, you know, behind me, help me with like produce it. That's something that works. But yeah, that is the plan. That is what I want to do moving forward. As yeah, I'm not gonna say that I've fallen out of love with competitive. I love the hell out of it. There's nothing that I enjoy more. Um, I'm telling you, come off E Champions League, I was so motivated, man. Like I grinded so hard. I played so good. Unfortunately, this is what I mean. Another thing you can't control is like who you match. I end up losing to Stokes, Diogo, and Tass, while other people are playing like Mr. Aubrey to get out Swiss. No offense to Mr. Aubrey, but that's like the randomness that I can't let dictate my life. You know what I mean? Um, so what was I gonna say? Oh yes. So yeah, like I was saying, my love for competitive is definitely still there. I love doing it. Coming out of each Champions League, I cried. Because it meant that much to me. I worked so hard, I played so well, and I knew that I was so close to getting over the edge. But then what do? They give you a 2 month break. So all of that work that you put in is pretty much useless because we then don't play another meaningful game of FIFA for 2 months. So I'm for me to stay at the same level that I'm at E Champions League, where I'm playing the game every day, grinding every day. I just played the tournament the week before. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You see the same with footballers, right? Like they don't just come off an injury and then just jump into a game and start playing. They play a game every week, every week, and that's how they build form. That's how they build consistently. That's how they get better. Whereas in FIFA, like you want me to come off my best tournament of the year, where I was one game away from making out of Swiss, and just sit there for 2 months. Hopefully, I stay at the same level, waste my time probably playing the game every day, and then come into the next tournament and hopefully I do good. Hopefully I don't match Stokes, Diogo, and Tassel. Hopefully I win one of them like coin flip games. It's just not. It's just not sustainable. It's not something that is good for your mental health. Yeah, just not something that you can rely on. So that's kind of what I'm doing with, I guess, trying to make content a more prevalent thing in my life. So that being said, what you guys can expect from me in the next week or so is I'm going to be breaking down the final between Cosmin and Dami, kind of going through the 3-5-2. Why is it such a good formation? Why is it dominating the meta right now? As a lot of people, they do tactic videos on 3-5-2, but they don't really tell you, the why you should be using it or how you should be using it. So that's something that should be cool to break down, should be cool to see, as Dami's been amazing since he switched to this formation. He obviously won the Premier League, went undefeated, and then had a crazy tournament run in the last one, ended up coming second. And Cosmin is also a great player, so that should be a fun one. And then also, we're going to be looking at Am I Washed? Because the last two qualifiers, I went 0-3. So does that mean I'm a bad player? Is it done for me? Is FIFA done? Should I retire? That's something that we're going to be looking on. And I'm kind of excited for that one. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Appreciate if you made it all the way to the end. I know I've been talking a lot of waffle. So like I say, man, I appreciate you guys staying to the end. I appreciate you guys if you're still watching, supporting, even after I've taken my little hiatus. You're a real one. Appreciate you. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.